Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. Oh, I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested them, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch, pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Oh, wait! Don't leave! If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Oh, so it's a separate person they arrested. Weird. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. So let's go down to, I guess, the detentions. I can't get to, hold on, I think I have to go in here. And then do the detention center. Yep, I'm getting new text. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stopped Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not go too far down the road, best not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. You're telling me dumbass McGee is the one they suspect of the murder? What the fuck? What the fuck? And he has the same... Now he has a hand wound. What the fuck? Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? Hold on, I need... Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? They think I murdered someone. Wait. He isn't. Is he? You? Officer Meekins. You didn't. Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. You could say that again. The fuck? Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir. Sir! Ow! I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? It's not like we heard all this before. Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. Oh, oh gosh, he slammed his injury and was like, ah, shit. Well, that was a lot to process. What the heck is this guy doing? So, what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. It's the opposite hand, though. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. But first, actually, tell us about the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention. And alive and well at that. I wouldn't say well. Let's just stick with alive. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor did I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Alright, now tell me about your bandaged hand. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, Don't you think you should just confess? But but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? Then, when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone. Because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Do we want to present that? Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay. I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dreams, sir, and I was being peeled. Oh boy. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! Oh, that's white! My head was a blank until this very moment. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this one a little deeper. Do you want to talk about it? Okay, there we go. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will.
Aw.
I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. And that's...
Oh, sorry. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious.
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card.
Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far.
That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me.
What?
Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him?
Do unto the others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir.
What happened then?
Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? Okay, crazy theory. What if that was not actually Detective Goodman? What if it was someone else? I don't know. Just a theory. Or he passed out and something transpired while he was passed out and they decided, you know what? He's good enough. Let's frame him for the murder even though he's Officer Dumbass. I mean, I'm so confused. So Officer Meekins, why is it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim who he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, you don't even know if anyone actually died.
That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines.
Huh? But you still ended up here?
They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly?
No. But But the videotape is quite clear.
Huh? Videotape?
From the security camera.
Then this is why we would then go to the guard station. Got it.
The crime. My crime. The crime I swore to stay about. It's there. It's me. It's on tape.
No, he has a revolver at that.
And you waited until now to tell us this?
I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
No thanks. I have my own. Well, guess I better go check out the crime scene. Alright, thanks for your time, Meekins. Oh my gosh, you can see on the picture of his badge, it's him doing the exact same, like, salute. Oh my word. Okay, so now we need to go here. Oh, is there gonna be something different? Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Oh, you unsettle me, sir. And you're sure this is all, hmm? You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. He has a personal coffee machine. Damn. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? I might have said this last time I was playing too, but something about this music just feels like, at least the first couple of beats, sounds like boss music, but then it like kind of mellows out. So it's like, oh, here's to put you on edge, but then not quite on edge. And I think that fits him perfectly because he does that weird like silent stare or whatever, and then it's just like, oh, and you're like, I don't trust. And that's kind of what the music does too. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yeah, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having the top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Yeah, Von Karma. Oh gosh, his face is terrifying. Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, it's not like I'm sleazy or anything. The prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for a worthy. Oh no, not my boyfriend. What? I guess we're not going to talk about that. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that? Oh, whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, sorry, I'd see that. What exactly does the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of... Oh, sorry, that was Phoenix. The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. A half-written document dated February 21st can only be submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Okay. Nothing else from... Oh! Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Raito asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. See? It's exactly what I mean. Now, Raito. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate at all. Raito, please. Do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So, go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now. Sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Okay, time to go. We're gonna go do the thing now. Do we examine the door? This room's beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my bambina sky so gray? Officer Marshall, why does it have to be him? Who else did you expect from the fucking decor? It surely wasn't Gumball. Or Gumshoe. Gumball. Completely wrong. Everything. What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. It's not my birthday, but thank you, It's not my birthday, though. I'm just realizing the text should probably be black. Hold on, let me fix that. No, hey, bitch. It's my birthday now. I didn't plan for anything to be my birthday. Thank you. Alright, Almac, you may have the cake. Yeehaw, that card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. You're welcome. Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy, then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. What if I present you this delicious steak lunch? That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? Wait, what's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. I wonder if it's code. She leaves code in the lunches she makes, and it's how you pass on messages. Oh, it's conspiracy theory. All right, Bambina, you win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Hey, hello. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer MEEKINS at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. You're not too far off, though. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping. Oh, galloping. I was thinking of like gulping for some reason because he was holding the drink and my brain wasn't galloping. I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case! That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer MEEKINS mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer MEEKINS and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. In the meantime, what about that transferal? Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years?